Hello, my name is Chineke Kajetan Goodluck, and in this video, I will be discussing with you the correct measures and support strategies for three fictional students who are experiencing different learning needs. But before that, I would like us to connect and flashback what every educational system that is good enough should have. Of course, there should be three core elements, which should include one, the program of studies, which is where the student can be taught a whole lot of lessons. So the program of studies have to do with the lessons, the content of the subject, and everything that the student should know while in classroom. The second one is the program of activities. This is testing and measurement. This is where we test the students' abilities on what they have already learned in the classroom. Sometimes it could be a kind of a competition like debating competition, essay writing competition, or continuous assessments which are being administered in the classroom by the teachers. And then the third one is the program of guidance. The program of guidance still have three subunits, which are the educational guidance, the vocational guidance, and the socioeconomic guidance. The educational guidance is when a guidance counselor guides the students, put the students together. When their grades are rising, they have to do something to maintain that high level of the grade or even improve more. When the student grade is getting lower, they have to do something, put the students through so that they can do what they can navigate and get a more better results. Now, the program, the guidance on the second part of this lesson is the guidance on skills, vocational guidance. So the student should be able to have a set of skills that he or she can utilize for him or herself, should in case the classroom of what he has learned fails. And the last is socioeconomic status, because here a lot of families are in troubles, emotions, anxiety. So this can directly or indirectly affect the student or the learner, and they may not be able to follow up adequately while in class. Now, my three fictional students, so we have the learning, the struggling learner who is in the classroom. We also have the unmotivated and then the high achieving learner. Now, for the struggling learner, of course, the case is really complicated, and because of this, each student is unique and has some special skills and personalities. So the best thing I would do is to break down the complexities of the lecture that are really complex. Then I can also use audiovisual materials to simplify this whole lecture or class for him or her. The second person is the unmotivated. This is where we talk about anxiety. Things might happen, and then the students might not be motivated to perform well while in class. So this is a good example of debilitating anxiety. But when the student tends to see that, oh, I'm going to see something, achieve something more better if I say no to my fear and start working hard, then the student can focus more interest. So based on this, we can say or conclude it's the facilitated anxiety. So because of this facilitated anxiety, so I have to call the students, examine their trauma if they have issues with in connection with the socioeconomic program of guidance that we already mentioned, and then see how to address this case better. So I can also dedicate more time and attention for such a student, and then break more complex or complicated lecture series for a student like this. And by so doing, the student will improve for sure. And the last person is the highly motivated person, the high achiever. So for such a person, he or she must remain on track. And for me to achieve that, I will assign a very good leadership role and make him the head, giving him different kinds of opportunities to excel.